I would just like the record to reflect. Maybe as you can see by my hair, I was not supposed to be filming this week at all. However, I decided that it was my business and your business as well to know what the fuck is going on. Over 100 Indian nationals were deported to the state of Punjab. Over 200 Colombians were sent back to Colombia. And I know that the El Salvadorian president, I think he's the president, he might be the prime minister, has agreed with Marco Rubio. He's currently the Secretary of State, and they have agreed to basically beginning a new prison system over there for US criminals. I can't even begin to express upon you the severity of the situation. They're limiting our freedom of speech on multiple platforms, but I'm here wearing blue on February 5th, showing my solidarity for the protests that I could not make at the capitals all over the country, which it's pretty hard to see the coverage on that, but it's happening. Protests are happening all over the world. People are out there on our side. I'm not able to give you the fully fact-check things as soon as it's coming out. Here are a list of creators that are doing that already, that I recommend and that I watch when I'm ready for those kinds of updates. Considering the recent deportations, I would just like to come here at the beginning of this video and recommend Homeland Elegies. I know that this is not the book in this reading blog, but I would rather recommend this than One Dark Window. One Dark Window was fine. I read One Dark Window at the beginning of January. We are in an entirely different time now, and I have a feeling that a lot of you guys might like this. Homeland Elegies, a novel by Ayad Akhtar, a deeply personal work about identity and belonging in a nation coming apart at the seams, talking about America. It blends fact and fiction to tell an epic story of longing and dispossession in the world that 9/11 made. Part family drama, part social essay. At its heart, it is a story of a father, a son, and the country they both call home. From the Pulitzer Prize winning author of Disgrace, an American son and his immigrant father search for reunion and belonging in post-Trump America. This particular edition was released in 2020. Obviously, we're in 2025 and we have Trump again as our president. I'm borrowing it from my local library, and so far I'm about 50 pages in and I love it. I love his writing. I think it's a very interesting perspective, and it doesn't just go straight into villainizing him. There's surprisingly a lot of human elements from every single side of the story, but I do think you get a decent picture so far. I like it though, and I would be remiss not to recommend it. So without further ado, enjoy today's reading vlog. See you guys at the end. Hey guys, it's Simi and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Let's talk, because I really want you to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm making this video. Recently, I redid our books. I put them all on the bookshelf finally after a long time, but I did get re-inspired kind of to read. And then after a month of not going to the library, I got some books, and I figured to get out of my slump, I might as well just start there. I think there's a classic, there's a smaller book as well, I think. I'm not sure. And then there's this book. I started it while we were waiting for Moana 2 to start. 5 out of 10 movie, by the way. Thank you, my love.
Which one's 5 out of 10?
Moana 2.
Ah, yeah.
I will say that I have gotten a lot more into the book-ish community. I'm not on Book Talk still, but I do watch a lot of BookTube, which is just the YouTube equivalent, so it's really not that different. That being said, I was not aware this book was popular. I'm glad that I was coming at it from that lens. It may not seem important to you, but I don't make this type of content. I like to watch other people do it. I feel like other people are a lot more well-spoken than I am. I don't think that means that my opinion is invalid or that I shouldn't share it, because consuming content and being critical of the content that I consume is a huge part of my personality. It's a hobby of mine, really. I very much feel like I represent the average consumer, someone who does not have a lot of money to waste, and I fear that makes me a little bit more critical than most. But y'all know who I was when you met me, you bitch. It is what it is. We can share unless you want to use that.
Yeah, I'll use this one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be in your frame, am I?
No, not at all, baby. Would you like your
pillow, please? This probably won't make it in. Just one. If it does, tell him I said hi. Or just tell him I said hi anyway. And hi to Sim, who's editing. I love you. Look over and give me a kiss.
Reason why we're here today. That's not English. The reason why we're here today, I had a very bad day. It started off beautiful. I woke up to the breeze of a winter rain. It was beautiful. It was a crisp 50 degrees. It was humid but not hot. I woke up right before Esme needed to be fed. gorgeous. And then it kind of went downhill from there. Wanted to get some breakfast. We had to run some errands. I ended up getting food poisoning at the Cracker Barrel. Fuck you, Cracker Barrel. And then I tried to feel better. I went directly into the office. I even edited a little bit. We started a new Minecraft world. We played some Minecraft. I drank some water. I had some tea. Then we took out the trash and I sprained my ankle. Almost took a tumble. It's okay. I'm all right. While we were resting and watching Carrie Can Read and other booktubers, right now I have Mel Reads on in the background. And yeah, I was like, you know what? I want to read. So I started reading One Dark Window because this is the one that I started reading at the movie theater, right? Okay, I told you we were getting somewhere. Also, I fear that I've been watching The Nanny too much, that I'm starting to emote like her. And I reread chapter 1 and I have some notes. Not that many notes, just one phone screen worth of notes. Also, y'all better not be updating to iPhone 16. We're boycotting. Solidarity. First things first, there was blood on the first page. I'm there. Did I notice something? It is a little repetitive, this book. For example, like there's a scene where she's like, I'm wiping off my stained fingers on my black wool dress, the color dark enough to hide the stains or something. And then later on, she's literally on the same page. She's like, the dirty water splashed onto my black dress. When you tell me something or you show me something really well, and then you go and you tell me again on the same page. It's a little bit of an ick for me. It was something that I probably would have omitted had I written this book, but I didn't write this book. It's not my vision. But I did notice a lot of showing and telling, which I just recently learned that people could do while watching Carrie Can Read. How many times do I say Carrie Can Read? Take a shot. There was like a very similar like magic is evil scene that I read in A Thief's Magic, and that was the one I read with you guys on the channel. I feel like that book did it better, but I didn't hate it, and I can see that this might be like a popular like trope. If you want to show that magic is evil, then you show somebody being punished for practicing or having magic. And as someone who is very new to fantasy, I hope you understand that drawing comparisons and stuff like that is only natural for me. Quite a bit of description, be over the head with description. She goes talking about wood, and then she has to tell you every single wood that exists in the house. I don't care. There's an evil stepmother trope, if you will. Recently learned that there's tropes for everything, and I think it is a weird characterization of Ione. You know, she's supposed to be this like kind and like gentle person in comparison to the main character, but she shoots people venomous looks and sends like a stink eye, and I think it's supposed to say Ione is not as good as she looks and that the other girl is not as evil as she looks. I can see that, the seeds being sown for that, but I feel like it's just laid on a little bit too thick. Like there was a scene where the stepmother is like, I can't believe your stepfather keeps these stupid irises. The main character is like, my stepmother always speaks with malice. Yeah, that was pretty fucking dirty. It was a dirty, nasty thing to say. And then she goes to say, it was a very simple reason why my father kept irises around the house. Iris was my mother's name. Obviously the mother's out of the picture. The mother's dead, I'm assuming. You didn't have to say all that. You could have just said my mother's name was Iris right after that comment, you know? But it's all right. Like I said, a lot of description, a lot of exposition, but I actually do think it was a good intro to the magic system and letting us know what the rules are of this world. We get an introduction to the Providence cards and what they do. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting and effortlessly portrayed to the audience, if you will. But you know what I do think was funny is that the main character, oh my god, let me just figure out her name. It's like Elspeth or something, I think. I actually think that's exactly what her name is. Hard for me to say, so I just call her MC, main character. Ellie, she literally got one threat and then she started crying. Like she was kind of trying to keep it together all day. They say that it's her name day, but they don't really say what that means. I'm guessing it's her birthday because she only comes back to this place once a year. I don't know. Gillick shows a lot of description and exposition. I feel like not on the things that matter. Like not on the things that I can't tell. There's someone that we watch. What is she called, baby? The light-skinned Dominican black lady.
Oh my god, Marina?
Marines. Love her. I found her channel from her video where she critiques, was it the first one, A Throne of Glass or something? She said she hated it 10 years ago, but that it was really popular. She was like sitting on it. She didn't really want to review it. She's been a booktuber for 10 years. She's been a book critic for a decade.
Professional critic.
She was giving such commentary and such good reasons as to why she didn't like this book, and it sounded very similar to a lot of reasons why I didn't like Fourth Wing. Marina said something. You can tell when an author doesn't trust their audience. She oversells us on the things she wants us to remember, but on things like the name day, certain like world building things that only the author would really know, she just kind of skips over it. I have some dinner. We're gonna see how far I get tonight. Let's get reading. I'm on chapter 2, by the way, and it is 8:52. Do y'all remember when I was just like, oh yeah, I put on Mel reads in the background video that I just so happened to click on, which was in my recommended feed, by the way. I didn't go looking for this. I'm literally getting into it. Here goes my boyfriend. Look, your book on the TV right now.
Nice one.
Literally, Mel Reeves is talking about this book right now. Isn't that so cool?
A huge book, man.
I guess it was a huge book, and I just happened to cross it in the library. But it wasn't on the book talk shelf, babe.
You gotta remember, there's only like one young girl that works at that library.
I mean, yeah.
The rest are like,
so they're probably all working off her algorithm.
You know what I mean? But actually, no, she was aware of it because she said, let me know, I've been wanting to read this
I was just about to say, when I checked this out, the young girl, she was like, let me know, because I wanted to read it, let me know how it is. Maybe I'll just send her the link for the YouTube channel. Actually, I won't, just in case she doxes me. Guys, I think the monster is Nosferatu. Oh, what a way to describe something. Its tone was male, a hiss and a purr, oil and bile, sinister and sweet, echoing through the darkness of my mind. Hello. Hello. Oh my god. I swore I just read a sentence 3 times because I thought it said fleeting. There was no fleeting what I had done, but it said fleeing. This might have been a grave mistake. But I thought anybody could use the cards. I feel like that's not really explained. Hold on, I gotta go back. Actually, I mean, they never said that non-magic users could use it. I guess I just assumed it because it said that, yeah, anyone could use them. Yeah. So, oh shit, I lost my page. Also, Mel totally started freaking spoilering the book, so I had to make her be quiet. So she like touches the card or whatever when she was little. Like chapter 2 went back in time to the night where the nightmare started to live in her head. She touched it and she says, suddenly it became bitterly clear. The infection had not spared me. I had magic. But how did you come to that conclusion? If anyone can use the Providence cards, then why does touching it mean that you have magic? Or did she just like feel it in her bones? Is it just like one of those plot device things? I need answers. This is further than I got into Honey Witch. But you know what's actually interesting is that chapter 2 is way better than chapter 1, and the little blurb on the front to me was the best writing so far. And interestingly enough, Honey Witch had that same problem. I thought it was beautiful writing. I was like, it's gonna be a silly, fun, goofy ride. And then I read the front page and I was like, ooh, this is serious, and I like that. And then I started reading chapter 1 and I was like, if Bridgerton met Fault in Our Stars derogatory, also plus Divergent derogatory, it would be that book. But chapter 2 is way better so far. I'm really into it. Like I find myself not really having that many to comment on. Like I made it 3 pages without a comment. Okay, I'll get back to it. My camera's dying. Kisses.
Okay, Annie, fine.
Hey guys, can I please focus on me? I need to lay down. We did not make it past chapter 2. I will see you another day. Bye. Oh my god. Ooh, I'm quite nervous right now. He like got attacked in the wood. Oh, there is something on my screen. I'm so sorry. She came across the man that attacked her, and he's an important person. That's spoiler. It's getting good, I think. Page 64. Okay, I do have some updates since I reached page 100, and I wanted to let you know some of the other notes that I had from each of the chapters. So chapter 2, I'm pretty sure that Ellie, she became A. Chapter 3, I thought the story is very interesting and flows really well. I think it has really good pacing. They're giving me a lot of information, but I think it's good so far. I have a theory about the nightmare. He was someone that was by the king. What are you doing? Go on the other side and watch stuff. That's my camera. Chapter 4, I have finally realized the importance of tree names and tree themes, as they said it. And I was like, okay, I can see it now. I was like, yeah, girl, what the fuck is going on? She was literally assaulted. Chapter 5, Aone is a bitch. And I predicted that she was gonna turn against Ellie, our main character. I still don't know what the problem is with Raven. Chapter like 6 to 10, I didn't really have that much to say besides what I told you in the car. I'm a 4th through this book already. A quarter. Who says a 4th? And I really like it. The last time I felt like this reading a book, it was A Thief's Magic that I read with you guys. I'm very happy. Back to reading. my chamber. Somebody is a snake. It's been a couple of hours. On chapter 12, I wrote down that Gillig uses her words like weapons in her arsenal. And sometimes, like Urza from Fairy Tail, she uses one too many times. Never more than 3 times, which is good. But sometimes I do notice, especially when it's in a single chapter. For example, she used the word austerity twice and the phrase tired to the bone twice in the same chapter, literally within a few pages. Those things to me are very glaring, but I know you have other words that you can use in other phrases. You're just not choosing to use them. Once or twice, repetition is meaningful. In every single chapter, repetition is tired. You know what I'm saying? Then we didn't have any notes for 5 chapters. Chapter 17, I made a prediction about the spirit of the wood, about who maybe they used to be. I like the idea that I am becoming invested into this book enough to make predictions. Chapter 3, I made a prediction, and as it's gone on, I think I actually might be right. Chapter 18, I'm loving the poetry at the beginning of the chapters with the cards. I think it's smooth, exact, but elusive at the same time, so it keeps you interested and actually makes you want to read it because it rewards you for reading it. And I like that the romance, if you could even call it that, comes second to the story itself. And even though there's a lot of tropes that Gillig leans into at times, like the dark and handsome, shadowy magic love interest, and a snarky, not like other girls main character, the story still feels new and refreshing. It's subverting expectations both when I expect it and when I least expect it. To me, it was a similar feeling to watching Game of Thrones for the first time. At first, you know, they're gathering their bearings, they're introducing us to the characters, everybody's kind of lame for like a couple of episodes, and then you're midway through season 1 and you're like, holy shit, and I'm invested into these characters. Personally, I binged all of Game of Thrones like literally within a week. I'm feeling that similar feeling of like, I want to eat this book up, but it's not that I can't put it down, it's that I'm choosing not to. Partner Green asked me what rating I would give it, and honestly I couldn't even think of a number. Would I say it's a 5? Probably not, otherwise I would have just said that. You know, teachers sometimes they'll like give the student who got nothing wrong a 99 just because they don't give out hundreds. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. I do give out 5 stars, they're just rare, but I am rooting for her. Chapter 19, what a badass. Chapter 20, I knew her cousin was an op, and I'm loving the banter, I'm loving the callbacks between all of the characters, and shit got real, and I was in it. I was in the thick of it. So I'm on to chapter 21, and I can't wait to update you guys. Hopefully I'm not telling you too much that you don't want to read the book at all. My mac and cheese is getting cold, I gotta go. I don't know how they're gonna get out of this. Chapter 21. There's still like 110 pages left. It's getting real suspect. Real suspect. I was right. Yeah, I was right. And I guessed it in chapter 3.
What'd you guess in chapter 3? Don't tell me, I want to figure it out myself. I guess it by chapter 2.
I definitely have. Let me just see how many pages is in here. There's another book in the series. I think it's a duology. Okay, they give you a little excerpt at the end of the second book. There's 396 pages. I'm on 254. I'll be right back. This bitch is gonna ruin everything that we've worked for. So sick of her mucking up so bad. Like, how many times can you make mistakes before people start noticing, people start catching on? Because if it were me, I would have been got it, you know what I mean? But she's reckless, and I knew this wasn't gonna be a regular market day. Just saying. Okay, I am now on part 3. Honestly, I don't know, I'm liking the main character less. Yeah, very much giving you're dumb, you're stupid, figure it out already. I'm also getting a little bit of whiplash every single time they're having a happy moment. I'm just like, well, when is it gonna end? Because there's still 75 pages left. I think the book could have been probably about 100 pages less. I'm so close, I can finish it for sure. Let's keep going. And this is my life, by the way. She just sits like this all the time. And do you see that little piece of arm and bandana? Yeah, this is my life.
What?
I'm getting tired. I can do it, I can do it. Okay, see you when I see you. I gotcha, bitch. Okay guys, this is how much I have left. I'm on chapter 32, almost chapter 33. I have about 30 pages left, so we're gonna crank it out together. A chapter ago in chapter 31, I genuinely didn't know how they were gonna get out of that one. One of the truths is out, but I don't know. This video can't be too long. Let's read. Girl, that is pretty unrealistic. Not 2 words spoken to each other, and that's how she gets the card. Girl, what did I just read? Just ingest it. I'm so sick of this trope. Just kill him. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. What an idiot. What an idiot. Fucking main character, bro. Fucking Ellie's pissing me off, bro. Fuck.
What'd she do?
She just doesn't ever use her magic. Ever. That's graphic. It's not like that good that I'm like bawling my eyes out. But like a tear or two wanted to come out for sure. But the face is dry. 10 pages left, by the way. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
Did it end on a cliffhanger?
They just didn't finish anything.
Are you gonna read the second book?
Yeah, maybe. I hate when they do this. I get it because it's just a duology, but like, ugh. What a shit ending, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just not used to cliffhangers. I'm used to everything being wrapped with a little pretty bow, whatever you want to call it. But I'm very disappointed with that ending. I feel like they dragged it on for so long just to build us up to nothing. I feel cucked. It's what's keeping it from a 10 out of 10. Like, it's what's keeping it from 5 stars, 100%. Very superfluous. This book could have been 300 pages, 250. Could have been that big. I think they only drew it out so that they could make another book. But if they were more concise, they could have fit the first and second books into one chunky 500-page book. I mean, I guess it comes to like a natural ending point because how like the main character's story ends. But if that was the case, then why include the last chapter at all? Why not just end the book there and start the next book on that chapter? I don't know. 4 out of 5.
Pretty high praise.
Pretty high praise coming from me. I feel like 4 out of 5. If I find the other one without much effort, then I will read it. Maybe. I don't know if I'll make another reading vlog for it. I feel like they only put that last chapter at the end so that you want to read the next one. Had they just ended it on page 383, I would have been like 5 out of 5. But that extra chapter, I feel like it really ruined it for me, and I'm really curious to see if Partner Green will got that far, or if any of you guys have read it. If you've read other fantasies as well, and this is just how fantasies end when they have another book. I look crazy, I look disheveled, and honestly, this book did it. This is the thumbnail. That being said, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate you. If you like me and you want to see more of me, then click that subscribe button down below. Time to get back to my life, and I'll read another book soon. Subscribe if you want. You can click I don't know, maybe it's this video. You can click this video to see my other reading vlog that I did, and this is something that YouTube thinks you will like, and my face should come up, and you can click that to subscribe. Listen, this book took it out of me. I gotta go. Love ya. Bye.